No one enters a relationship wanting to fail, but sadly, most do. We hit walls, we repeat toxic patterns, and we end up heartbroken. The problem isn't that you're bad at love. The problem is that you were never taught how to do it. Not in school, and for many of us, not at home. We're essentially going in blind, falling into every possible pit hole because no one gave us a map. But today, that changes. Instead of facing these struggles alone, I'm going to help you identify these common mistakes that destroy relationships. And I will give you the tools to build something that actually lasts. I've made these mistakes myself, so you don't have to. Most people ignore red flags, and honestly, it's easy to see why. There's a famous saying, when you wear rose-colored glasses, all red flags just look like flags. Ignoring them at first might seem harmless. You excuse a small lie or a bit of jealousy, but what starts as a small crack eventually destroys the whole foundation. Luckily, you can train yourself to see them before it's too late. But first we need to understand, why do we ignore them in the first place? Red flags aren't new, but our understanding of them is. Often we ignore them because we fall in love with someone's potential rather who they really are. You think they're a bit messy, angry, dishonest now, but they'll change for me. I've tried this tactic. I thought if I just provided enough love and patience, they would improve. But the truth is, most people don't change unless they want to. And usually that work has to be happened alone. You want a partner that has already started their growth journey, not a project that you have to fix. So here's a 5-step formula how to never avoid a red flag again. Number 1, you need to make it obvious. Don't bury it. Write it down on a paper. This fights what we call confirmation bias. It's where your brain tries to hide stuff that doesn't align with your thinking. Number 2, size matters. Be honest. If the flag is the size of an elephant, don't pretend that it's a ladybug. Number 3, the out loud test. Tell a trusted friend. When you hear yourself describe the behavior out loud, it often sounds much crazier than it did in your head. Number 4, trust your gut. If your relationship feels like a constant burden or a test, your intuition is trying to save you. 5, the conversation. Talk to them. If they get defensive or blame you instead of taking responsibility, that is the biggest red flag of all. Even if there are no red flags, we often sabotage our own happiness through a lack of awareness. A mistake repeated enough time isn't an incident. It's a choice or a lack of self-reflection. You don't have to keep making these common mistakes. Once you recognize how your brain is tricking you, you can stop the cycle. You can think of relationship mistakes like a snowball at the top of a mountain. At first, it's just a tiny snowball, right? But if you don't stop it, it gains momentum until it's an avalanche. Lately, it's become trendy to just give up on yourself instead of doing the hard work of self-improvement. But fixing these mistakes is actually way easier than you think, if you know what to look for. So here are 3 psychology traps that you might fall into. Number 1 is confirmation bias. You only see what proves you're right. If you think your partner is lazy, you'll notice every time they miss a dish, but you will be blind to the times they clean the toilet. The second one is overclaiming. We all think we do more than we do. Remember every time you took out the trash, but you don't see the 50 small things that your partner did while you were at work. So stop keeping a scoreboard. Number 3, the egocentric trap. Thinking everything is about you. If your partner is in a bad mood, you assume it's because of something you did. This creates unnecessary drama when they actually just had a bad day at the office. But why are we getting worse at love? Why does it feel like relationships are harder now than for our grandparents? It feels like a miracle if a couple stays together without somebody hurting. To fix this, we have to look at the history on how we got here. In 1973, many countries, like Sweden, modernized their divorce laws. Before this, you often had to prove fault, like cheating or abandonment, to leave. While it's good that people can leave toxic situations, it also creates a disposable culture. What I mean with this is people leave when they face the slightest challenge in a relationship. Today, divorce rates are skyrocketing and loneliness is at an all-time high. The answer is simple to these questions. We are given the freedom to leave, but we are not given the education on how to stay. In school, we spend years learning math and music, subjects some of us will never even use, but we spend 0 hours on learning conflict resolution. This is why I say, until we prioritize relationship education, we will keep repeating the same history. So how do we counter this? How do we build something that doesn't just survive, but thrives? Education is the only way out. So here is a crash course in strengthening your bond. Most people never figure this out, not even at an old age. They think love is just a feeling that happens to you. But love, it's a verb, it's a skill. If you practice it, you will get better at it. So let me repeat that. Love is a verb. So here are 6 pillars on how you can strengthen your bond with your partner. Number 1, be present. Physical presence isn't enough. Put the phone down. Give them your mind, not just your body. Number 2, you gotta be selfless. As Seth Smith's father said, marriage isn't for you. It's about the person that you marry. If both people try to fulfill the other, both will end up happier. Number 3, be grateful. Be grateful for your partner. We assume that our partner knows that we love them, but they don't always know that. Most divorces is because of a lack of appreciation. So say it to them, show it to them, make sure they know it. Number 4, active listening. Don't listen to respond, listen to understand. Make sure you listen to what they say. Number 5, you need to be able to support their growth. You need to be the person that pushes them towards their dreams and not away from them. They will eventually despise you for not letting them go chase their dreams. Number 6, physical touch. Never underestimate the power of a 20-second hug or holding hands. It regulates your nervous system together. The last topic of this video, the language barrier. Even if you do all the above, you might still fail if you're speaking the wrong language. You can give your partner everything, but if it's not what they need, they won't feel it. Let's paint a picture. Imagine a German speaker trying to explain their love to a Japanese speaker. They're both shouting, "I love you," in their own language. All the other person here is just noise. This is what happens when couples have different love languages. They just doesn't understand each other. There's an easy fix for this. I will go through all the 5 love languages and how you can appreciate your partner. Number 1 is word of affirmation. You need to compliment them and say that you love them. You need to show it through your words, through what you do. Number 2, quality time. This means giving someone your undivided attention and maybe even sharing some hobbies. You might not like the hobbies, but you do it for the other person. The third love language I'm going to speak about is physical touch. This could be closeness, hugs, maybe even a kiss. This means being close to someone physically. I myself is a fan of this love language. Number 4, acts of services. This is doing chores or tasks to make someone's lives easier. You try and make their life easier because you want them to have an easy life. You love them. You want to do anything for them. Number 5 is receiving gifts. They don't have to be pricey and can be small, but they have to be thoughtful. And it might just say, "I was thinking of you." And the simple solution to starting to communicate real with your partner is first to identify your own love language. Secondly, you need to ask for their love language. And then you need to learn the other person's love language and appreciate them in the way that they can understand. If you apply all these tips, you won't just be better at dating, you will be better at life. But even with all the tools I've given you, you will eventually have to face a hard conversation. Most people avoid these conversations until their relationships explodes. So that's exactly what I'm going to be explaining in my next video. I'm going to teach you exactly how to have those difficult conversations without it going to pieces.